about this, boy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Gonna ask me how's life changed since I've become champion?
Yeah. It's champion life. Just talk us through what's been happening, bro. Obviously, December time, you tone it down, speed it up. What happens? Take some time off, surf. What goes down?
I tried to not take as much time off as possible. I wanted to train throughout December. Had a bit of issues, but yeah, just in St. Francis rolling at the pound, and yeah, I got some good rounds in with guys from all over the country. That was lekker.
You mentioned at the beginning started, obviously, what's life like as the champion now? Coming home with the belt, is it any different or still pretty much the same?
Yeah, no, it's been lekker. It's been cool to have my first belt, obviously. It's a nice accomplishment to have me out my name. And yeah, just open to anybody that wants to fight and fight as much as possible. Hopefully can be on every Submission Kings card of the year if possible.
Before we get into those kind of details, you obviously picked up a belt as a rookie. We still considered you the rookie at that time.
Yeah.
And then went on to travel. You did ADCC, you did another gi comp, you traveled. So just talk us a little bit through like where you went, what you did, what you competed in, and what that was like.
Yeah, so I went to ADCC trials. I wanted to do better at trials, but I got a bit of a shock in the international stage, my first international comp. I think I could have beaten the guy, I definitely could have, but I was like going wild in the fight and giving him my legs and all of that. But yeah, he popped my knee a bit, so I didn't get to do the Naga comp in London, which I wanted to do. And then I did the gi comp in Amsterdam, and I got gold there, so that was a nice confidence booster. And then towards the end of the year, November, I went to AJP Worlds and got 4th in the gi, which also I could have done a lot better. I could have won that, I think. So that's the goal for the end of the year, go back there and try win a division, become a world champ.
Between the gi and no gi, was it the preferred method at the moment, or you kind of just want to do a little bit of everything?
No, I want to do everything. I want to win as many comps as possible, gi, no gi, anything that I can do, I want to do.
We often still have to, especially after winning the title, we still have to like pinch ourselves and like remind ourselves that you're still very young. Still very young in the sport, and obviously still like a blue belt on the rise. How important do you think this kind of like traveling exposure, competing is for you, like going forward?
Yeah, I think it's super important. Throughout, since I've started jiu-jitsu, I've wanted to do as many competitions as possible. So that's exactly what I've done. I've done anything and everything, and yeah, I want to compete against the best so that once I do make it to those higher belts, I'm super comfortable and ready to take on anyone in the world.
A youngster coming up in the gym, to come back quite young with the title, what does that speak to what you guys are doing here at Bestman?
Yeah, I think there's a few youngsters here that are also on the come up that you guys haven't been able to see yet. We've got Jesse that I think is going to become a killer in the next few years. I'm just trying to do the best that I can and submit anybody and everybody that I can. Obviously decision isn't great. But sometimes you can't submit the guy, and as the level gets higher, it's obviously more difficult to submit the guy. So if the submission's there, I'll take it any day.
Hello, doggy.
do you find yourself in still as the youngster getting pushed around the gym now, or are you almost in like a kind of like a leadership role now when it comes to jiu-jitsu?
I'd say a little bit of both. I still get pushed around a lot. Yeah, the guys are super tough. You'll never come and have an easy round with any of the MMA guys. Yeah, so it's nice to have.
As to your side, like what you felt, what you thought about the way it ended between you and Cam in the final, in the semi-final?
Yeah, I don't know the rules too much. I obviously don't play to the rules. I want to finish the fight before it goes to overtime. But yeah, I tried to escape the back, and Bobby called it, and I said to him, if you made the call, you made the call. You must stop. You can't just carry on when I'm already stopped. But yeah, I don't want that to happen again. I want to finish the fight before it goes to overtime. Yeah, I don't look to play the rules. I look to finish the fight.
Cam was obviously quite upset for some time about, he felt that he had a crucifix on. All of us at the table kind of disagreed with it.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? Do you think the stoppage was right, or do you think that there was maybe some argument there?
Well, the rule is the elbow to the floor, as far as I know, and I did get my elbow to the floor, so I think that's why Bobby stopped it. He saw my elbow touch the floor. Yeah, I can't tell Bobby how to do his job. So as soon as he called it, he wanted to like carry on, and I was like, if you called it, you stopped it. You stopped it. You can't go back on your word.
What do you think is different for you this time, going back defending that belt against Cam, who you know quite well?
Yeah, well, obviously I've had 3 matches against him now, so I know a fair amount of his game. I've gotten some international exposure since then. I'm quite happy with my game. I'm going to be training a lot more often this year. I'm trying to become a full-time athlete. I think that'll make a big difference to my game this year. Trying to travel as much as possible, do any and every comp I can, and not go to overtime and have to play with the rules and the controversy and all of that.
Do you think does it feel any different pressure-wise, or like getting ready to go back and now defend that belt?
No, I'm super keen. I'm keen to defend the belt 4 times this year, 5 times this year if I can, as much as possible against anybody that you guys want to throw my way.
We've put it a #1 contender just below that between Tiago and
yes,
Griffith. So a lot of those eyes are going to be on all of you guys to see how that pans out. What do you make of those 2 guys as a possible next opponent?
Yeah, that's awesome. I lost to Tian in the middleweight 8-man, so I'd obviously love that match again. And Aiden, I drew to him in the 1 quintet, so that would obviously also be awesome to have those matches play out again and try to get some more submissions.
Fantastic. Last one, Mr. Durant. What would you say people can expect from you on the 15th of March defending your title?
Can expect high-flying jiu-jitsu, going for the submission, trying to finish the fight as soon as possible, and yeah, will definitely be a new game this year.
First time surfing, bro.
We're good. We're going to find another spot.
Bye.